You are now live, sir.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Let's call the Public Works and Utilities Committee for April 11th to order. Could we have a roll call vote, please, Ms. Diaz?
Councilor Romero Worth,
I'm here.
Councilor Chavez,
She's excused.
Councilor Lee Garcia,
Here.
Councilor Michael Garcia,
Present.
and Chairman Rivera.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz. Next is approval of the agenda. Any changes from staff?
There are no changes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Director Jones. Anything from the committee? Wishes of the committee?
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion by Councilor Romero Worth for approval of the agenda with a second by Councilor Lee Garcia. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please, Ms. Diaz.
Councilor Romero Worth,
Yes.
Councilor Lee Garcia,
Yes.
Councilor Michael Garcia,
Yes.
and Chairman Rivera.
Yeah.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next is approval of the consent agenda. Any changes from staff? Director Jones?
There are no changes, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
All right, anything committee members would like to pull?
Mr. Chair,
Councilor Michael Garcia.
I would like to pull item G just because when I tried to access it earlier, the memo wasn't active. So I just want to, if we can get a quick update from Jesse.
Very good. Item G, Councilor Lee Garcia.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to pull item I, and for the reason that I'll have to recuse myself from that agenda item, from that consent item.
Got it. Item I. Anything else?
Move to approve as amended.
Second.
Motion for approval is amended by Councilwoman Romero Worth, second by Councilor Mike Garcia. Further discussion? We have a roll call vote, please, Ms. Diaz.
Councilor Romero Worth,
Yes.
Councilor Lee Garcia,
Yes.
Councilor Michael Garcia,
Yes.
and Chairman Rivera.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next is approval of the minutes from March 28th, 2022. Any changes from staff?
There are no changes, Mr. Chair.
Anything from the committee? Wishes of the committee?
Move to approve. Councilor Lee Garcia.
We have a motion for approval by Councilor Lee Garcia, second by Councilor Michael Garcia. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please, Ms. Diaz.
Councilor Romero Worth,
Yes.
Councilor Lee Garcia,
Yes.
Councilor Michael Garcia,
Yes.
and Chairman Rivera.
Yes.
Motion passes.
On item 6, presentation informational items, we have none. So we're on to our action items consent agenda. And the first item pulled was item G. Ms. Diaz, can you read that into the record?
Interim willing rate agreement between the City of Santa Fe and Santa Fe County. Jesse Roach, Water Division Director.
Thank you. And Council Michael Garcia, you pull this one.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Hey, Jesse. Just as I mentioned, when I was pulling the item, I couldn't, when I tried to access the memo, it would give me an error. And then the last time I clicked on it, said it's no longer available. So I don't, good old computer technology didn't allow me to see the memo and the chart attached. It was, I think it'd be good to have some background information to be able to decipher what that the second attachment is all about.
Okay, Mr. Chair and Councilor Garcia. So the wheeling agreement is essentially, I think as everyone realizes, the city and the county water utilities are essentially connected. And there are places where in order for the county to deliver water to their customers, they need to move that water through the city system. And according to a 2016 agreement between the city and the county, the city can start charging a fair fee for that service beginning in 2021. And we have been actively working on that. But this proposed agreement is actually an interim agreement where we agree on a price that we think will be fairly close to or in the ballpark, which is $1.40 per 1,000 gallons. But ultimately, we will reconcile once we have a final wheeling agreement in place. But this interim agreement will allow us to begin billing the county effective last July. And then once a final agreement is in place, we will make any corrections necessary depending on the ultimate wheeling fee that we agree upon.
Okay, thank you for the clarification, Jesse. With that, no questions, motion to approve.
Second.
Motion for approval by Council Michael Garcia, second by Councilwoman Romero Worth. Further discussion? See none, roll call vote, please, Ms. Diaz.
Counselor Romero Worth,
Yes.
Counselor Lee Garcia,
Yes.
Counselor Michael Garcia,
Yes,
and Chairman Rivera.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next, we're on item I. Can you read that into the record, please, Ms. Diaz?
Request for approval of 4 professional service agreements with Broadway Motor Inc., Al Garcia Enterprise LLC, Redburn Tire Company, and Southern Tire Mart for new tires, rethread tires, and services for a 4-year term in the total amount of $880,000. Lawrence Garcia.
Thank you. And Councilor Lee Garcia, you pull this? You're still on mute, Councilor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am the owner of Al Garcia Enterprises, and we do services for installation of tires at ESD. So recuse myself from this item.
All right, Councilor, this is the last item, so I believe unless you have any items from matters from staff or matters from the committee, you're probably good to be off for the rest of the meeting. If you do have something, we can bring you back.
I have nothing else, Mr. Chair.
All right, so this being the last item, I think you're probably good from here. Thank you, Councilor Garcia.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so we have item I. Were there any other questions from committee members?
Move to approve.
second,
Motion for approval by Councilwoman Romero Worth, second by Councilor Michael Garcia. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please, Ms. Diaz.
Counselor Romero Worth,
Yes.
Counselor Michael Garcia,
yes,
and Chairman Rivera.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. On item 8, no action items for discussion. 9, no executive session. Item 10, matters from staff. Director Jones?
There are no matters from staff tonight, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone here from Ms. Wheeler, or I don't know if she had any matters? Did she voice anything to you, Director Jones?
No, she didn't. So I took.
Sounds good. Matters from the committee? All right, see nothing. Matters from the chair. I have nothing except that our next meeting is Monday, April 25th. Just a reminder, we do have budget meetings starting tomorrow. So if you have the opportunity to sit in on those, I think it's good for everyone to have opportunity to listen and ask questions if they need to before we get to the governing body. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you all very much.